Hello, 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 lovely YouTube peoples. As you can see, I have successfully moved.
Except
I haven't, and I'm in Bee's house, and everybody on my channel already knows her and knows her better than they know me and knows where the hell I'm at. Okay. So we're here. We're at Bee's house. Part 1 is on Bee's channel. All of that information is going to be in the description box. I'm probably also going to have it in a pinned comment in the comment section. Y'all know how to find her channel. Go look at her video first. Her video is part 1. Go find it. Go view. And then come back here and view the second part. If y'all are from her channel and y'all are here for the second part, we're not going to hold you up anymore. We are going to go ahead and launch into part 2. Part 1, we talked about Josh Duggar, what's going on inside his brain coils. How fucked up is you? Is you okay? Well, we checked into all this stuff. Now we're over here on my channel and we're just looking in here. We're going to see about the other people that's in his life, whether it's his parents, his siblings, his wife Anna, and also the trial Futurecast, if there's even going to be a trial. They don't settle out or plead guilty or whatever else kind of a thing. So we're just going to check into that kind of stuff. We have our lovely Beatrizzle Budejulitas here pulling out our cards for us to do a quick inference and then toss it back to me for another inference. And it's been working out great. I'd like to continue this. Let's see. I want to know. I'm very curious, actually, more than his parents and his siblings. I'm curious about Anna. Because if
his wife?
Yeah, because I feel like to flush out 30 minutes in a video, if I had to pick the people that I care the most about, his wife. I would like to know what his wife thinks about this. Basically, was she aware of this before she got married to him? Did she marry him full well knowing that this was in his history? Or is this something that she kind of blindly got stuck with and she's like, well, marriage is forever in my religion and I can't do anything about it. I'm stuck with it. I'm curious about this.
Yep. I'm curious too. Oh, shit. To me, I'll just say to me, she might have known something was up, but I don't know that she knew the full extent of things. And to me, it looks like she knew that there were some things that maybe she wouldn't like too much that she would overlook as her duty, but that there were things that she found out along the way that are worse than what she thought, or that she thought, oh, he'll get over it, or he'll get healthy, or I can please him enough to where it won't happen anymore, or something like that.
And like these. Yeah, and I'm not trying, I know it's an interruption, but I'm just going to agree with you there. Like, it feels like to me, like looking at this spread, it almost feels like to clock it in a percentage, I feel like she was aware of like 60%. And then there was some that like, because it feels like she was aware of quite a bit and keeping lock-tight on it quite a bit. And this is a penis, okay? So the devil, the penis, the narcissist, a woman with mouth closed kind of a situation, like all of that kind of thing. So it does look like, to me, all alleged, we all know this. This is entertainment only. Who cares, right? Read as deep as you want to read into this. But yeah, I'm agreeing with you with that. But I think a lot of this stuff did transpire after they already got married.
Yeah, I would say, like, just because I got my hangman in reverse, for me, I'd probably lower the percentage of what I think she might have known beforehand. I'd probably do the flip and say that she knew 40 beforehand and got 60 later, just because of the depth and breadth of what's going on, because with this, it kind of makes it feel like, well, you know, I know some things, or I hear some things, but maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I can change them. Maybe I can this. Like, there was so much more of a hopefulness or a something around that. I don't know if she realized how bad. I don't know.
No, I agree with that.
Like, to me, it kind of makes it seem like, oh, yeah, he has a wandering eye. He likes people that look younger, kind of thing. But if I pleasure him enough, then that'll be okay. But then finding out, no, there's a lot of stuff going on extramaritally, and then there's a lot of stuff going on with minors, and then I'm finding out this violent aspect about things that I'm allowed to say the word violent in here.
Yes.
Aspects about things that I wouldn't have thought. Like, to me,
I agree.
Because with that devil card being in reverse, it's kind of like I didn't know all of that.
No, I do agree. I agree. Like, to me, it feels kind of like when I see the hangman in reverse, it to me, this feels like almost a release of information that would have you hanged. You know what I mean? So when it's a release of that information, I feel like that does indicate some knowledge of something.
Oh, yeah.
And this is definitely lips locked tight, you know, keeping it quiet. Yeah. This is, I didn't know, like, too sheltered to understand the extent of it, for sure. Yeah. But, you know, especially with, you know, you've got lips locked tight about the sexual stuff. I definitely believe that she thought that in the marriage that she could be something to fix a lot of this. But it's like she didn't realize just how dark it went. Yeah. But I do believe that she knew a fair, that's why I clocked it at 60. Because I feel like her going into it, at this point, what he's admitted to is just basically the abuse of his siblings. I feel like she was, from this setup, at least loosely aware that there was tension in the family, that stuff had happened that he had come out about, and he had atoned, and he had repented, and he had this, and she's like, oh, okay, well then we're gonna fix it in our marriage. So it's like something she very, like, it feels like I very well knew about it, but the wife's role, or the person coming into it's not my place. I just go in there and I do the wifely duties, and I do that kind of thing. That's what it feels like to me. But then since they've been together, the dark went deeper, and all the infidelity and all that stuff, that was after they got hitched.
So the funny thing is, it seems like we label percentages differently, but we actually think the same. So we may as well stop putting numbers on it, because how we quantify is different, but what we're thinking about it is the same. Yeah, that's the fucking same.
Yeah, it is.
So okay, what, like, is there a piggyback on this question you want to go down?
Yeah, I had it on here because I was very curious about it. And what are her feelings about him exactly? Because now that she has become aware of this, like, she wasn't present at his, I think it was bond hearing or whatever, but anyway, there was a hearing. She wasn't present. Now, she might have been advised legally not to be present. You know, it's not like she had to be. It doesn't mean she's a bad wife or any such shit like that. But I'm curious about, like, what are her thoughts now? Because is this kind of like, stand by your man? Is that a moment? Yeah. Or is it like, you know, she's like begrudgingly like, I'm just gonna keep praying, you know. Very curious. Let's dish it out.
Let's see.
Stand by your man.
Very.
But I mean, Mama ain't happy.
No.
There's so many people not happy here.
Man.
Everybody's upset.
Oh shit. It's my duty to stand by my man. Yes. It's not, I want to.
Very separate from the emotions.
Very
separate.
If her religion made her feel easy breezy beautiful to slide up on out of this, she'd have been fucking gone.
Yeah, she's disgusted.
Oh, this is bad.
She's disgusted.
Oh,
you can
she's
tell.
trapped.
She is. That is kind of sad. Don't take it to a sad place, because then I'll get sad too.
I know.
Because obviously this is heavy stuff.
Yeah,
and for us to have a visual that's even something that feels like entertaining, we're not trying to make overly light, but at the same time, if you sat there and you thought too hard about the actual ramifications, you'd cry.
You have to.
You break down. You wouldn't want to watch this video at all.
Yeah, with this kind of stuff, you just kind of, with this kind of stuff, you kind of just have to, allow yourself to weave in some lightheartedness, because it will tank you. It will tank you. So definitely not making light of any of this stuff.
No, this isn't disrespect. People on this channel know how this goes. It's like you're just trying to transform something that's heavy into something that's palatable, just for question's sake.
Yeah, because everything about this is
it's tragic. It's tragic. The whole fucking thing.
She's trapped. She hates it. She doesn't want to be stuck in here. The duty says she has to stand by her man.
She's pregnant right now with their 7th child, and this is the pregnant mom here, you know, so that's upset. This is the stay-at-home mother, upset. This is the bitch, you know, wanting to be closed off to this, wanting to be cold to it, wanting to, but the duty here overrides all of that. You can't completely close off. So you have all these children in this family system and your belief set. You can't close off, but you are emotionally drained. You're emotionally upset. This is just depletion on every angle. Every angle.
Jesus.
I mean, mentally, emotionally, physically. Just dunzo.
Every single
dunzo.
Angle. Every single angle. Shit.
I know, it is.
What's the next thing we...
because
we're just breezing through it, which is good. 4:44 on the clock, so yay with that, because the clock...
I did twice. Okay, but how does she feel about, like, his parents in this? Because The parents have been very vocal about, kind of like whitewashing it and putting it under the rug. And she actually came out and was pissed at the parents, saying that they didn't do enough in early childhood to curb it and nip it in the bud early. And so I feel like I had read that somewhere, and I could be wrong, so whatevs. But I feel like they might have had some beef. Are they still beefing, or like how's this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it seems like she just kind of had to stop and pull to herself because it wasn't worth it.
It does feel like
that.
Yeah,
all signs indicate I had to stop. It's like my opinion wasn't gonna matter. It wasn't gonna make a difference. It didn't change anything. It wasn't my role to speak up in that way. Let me know my role and just be barefoot and pregnant and do what I'm told. Yeah, is kind of what this seems to me.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling it too, because both of these are kind of like, I'm feeling done.
Yep, done.
I'm done.
Can't bring this to me.
Yes,
keep it to yourself.
She's got to basically think about her kids and protect her kids, and the kids are still involved in this family system.
The childhood's over. What do you want us to do about it now?
Yeah, and so this is almost like left to sit and sulk about it, and like, wanting the truth to come out and wanting the truth to be exposed. I do think that she wants to, if she had a way, she would want to speak up and speak out. But again, we've got this Loctite thing going on that makes it where it's kind of like, to keep the lid on it. I'm seeing that too.
Jesus Lord.
You want to take all the cards and put them all back in, or do you still?
Yeah, let's put them all back in. And since we're working on the last 15 minutes here, maybe we go into
the trial
future stuff. Yeah. And we'll just look at it in terms of Futurecast. I won't put any kind of specifics on this, because Spirit will give us what they give us about this. So we'll see, but we're hoping to get any kind of information about what we might expect to see in the future happen to him, happen because of him, happen because his case was a catalyst to something. Anything we can get about his experience, or anything that his experience catalyzes as it relates to this CPSA BS.
Will justice be served, and whether it's with him explicitly or long-standing.
This is the card I get for being incarcerated.
Oh snap, there it is. Ooh, and we got that bitchy boundary card coming on out again still. I'm telling you, that Emperor in reverse, it's out.
Going.
It's like the third time I think.
I'm going to get a context card on this just because. Yep, there you go. And then context card on this just because.
Oh my God, that's their marriage.
Yeah, so from what I'm seeing here, this is a card that I get for incarceration all the time. And this is a card about something being in divine timing, the way it was supposed to happen. It happened. Him being left alone by himself to kind of sit
solitary.
Here. And,
you have to be put in solitary. You can't be put in GP.
Yeah,
not if you're abusing kids and stuff.
Was he? I heard he was arrested, but I heard he bonded out.
Yeah, he did. He bonded out. And right now, yes, there is a bit of like a house arrest exile type of a thing going on right now. It's basically his parents have these friends that don't have kids, or they have children, but they're older. They're like out of the house.
I'm like, how?
They're not minors. I don't think they're minors anymore. So they basically live in a childless or like a non-minor home, and he has to basically be like house arrest with them, and they're supposed to be his chaperones to make sure that he doesn't reoffend or whatever until like we get closer. And we know that he's pleading not guilty thus far. You can always change your plead now, but he's pleading not guilty thus far. And so if this is something that does go to trial and results in incarceration, because right now he's not actually incarcerated, but that doesn't have to mean jail cell incarceration, because he is in a limited, isolated type of environment where he's not supposed to have access, to all his socials and all this other kind of shit. But come on now. Let's think about this. I don't know.
Let's see.
You got their marriage outright, like, in shambles.
In total shambles.
But the truth
card
keeps coming out. And this energy, and I keep calling it bitchy energy, but it doesn't mean that this person is actually bitchy, because I would say if you bitchy, then you got the right to be.
Yeah.
Please be this. Please exact some boundaries and standards. Please do. Fine by me. Totally approved. But you've got this person coming out, and on your channel in part 1, that was thinking of perhaps somebody who could be coming forward. But also on this channel, it was already linked in possibly with her energy, Anna, his wife's energy, you know, in terms of her being like donezo with all the situation and wishing that she could come forward and say some more things, which potentially she might yet. I don't
know what she
at least
would
juggling
say,
the thought.
But and also sometimes when I get this card, it can be talking about giving evidence from one source to another, or like one place to another.
I think of it as resource allocation, swapping stuff around.
And so to me, this could be like, don't make me testify in court, but I'll say this or that, or you know, like there's some kind of a.
Is this a plea deal?
Yeah, it could be. Sometimes that does come up with things that are like that, that are like plea deals. Like, well, if you do this, we'll
get
do
another
that.
card on that. Does that feel like plea deal, or what does this feel like? Let's see what the card says. Ooh, something that leaves somebody not happy about it. Ooh.
Oh shit! Yeah, these people involved.
All these same cards are coming out. If y'all didn't, I'm telling y'all better be watching her part 1 because all of this is all overlapping and coming out double. This is the universe saying, "I said what I said. I said what I said. It's out."
Oh man! Oh shit! I dropped one.
No, you dropped the whole stack, so just stick it back in there.
This is saying that things can go. There are still decisions that have not been made yet.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like even with this, feeling like it could almost go another way. Racking their brain. What should I do?
Yeah, they don't want. It's like because there are people in this. It feels like they are being forced to choose between what they feel like is morally and legally right and ethically right versus what's their religion.
Yes.
It literally feels like you're having to be able to choose between those two things. And for some people that would be easy. For these people, you're asking them to choose death or death.
Yes. Because, you know, people can make fun of like well, of course there's only one right thing here, but we know when it comes to people's religion, that is your worldview. That is right and wrong. That's already encoded. So if you say society's way of right and wrong versus religion's way of right and wrong, you're playing a stupid battle there because it does feel exactly like you're saying. It feels like wrong versus wrong. It feels like lose versus lose. This is a lose-lose. What do I do?
So it feels like there are some people who currently would choose religion and not say anything, later on will flip and decide to say something.
That's why I was saying that I didn't know if it was connected to her or not because she came up here, because this to me feels like turned state's evidence.
The thing
almost.
is, she's that potential. She's that wild card. It looks like she's going back and forth on it. She has not settled on that decision
No,
yet.
because again, we've got the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Both of those cards here, and both of those are like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Racking my brain about it. What should I do? What's the best way with God? You know, like how do you get it right with God? But the truth comes out. More truth gets exposed here, whether it comes from her mouth or not.
I was about to say, because it does seem like there are other people aside from her that have chosen not to say anything thus far that will flip and speak later.
I feel this.
That could be family, could be friends of family, whatever. There are other people who are going to turn coat and flip and speak.
Real quick, before we have to finish, I want to know about a little bit more about this character. Is this her energy? Yeah, it's the family energy, definitely. A little bit more on it. Because we know it's the family, but okay. So we got some older male energy in there. That's the father card's already taken up by Josh, so I don't know if that's. I'm telling you, with that 5 of Pentacles in reverse always coming out, feels like this deck is stacked.
It does. It does. I mean, it's gummy. I need to get a new one because it's like sticky and gummy now.
Yeah, but
overused.
But I mean, they're shuffling.
Certainly not stacked. I mean, shit. Let's do another.
Yeah, because all this, I guess we have to explain some for people that you know, might not recall exactly what we said about this. So we look at these cards and we know.
Recap.
Like, in a recap. So
you can do a quicker recap than I can.
Because we were saying that this could be like an external person coming forward, meaning by external, I mean not Anna. But it still feels like whether this is Anna or a sibling of his, it's still somebody who's close to the family, inside of the family system. When you see this card, to me, this card does generally lend itself to being father energy. energy. This is the father energy, but this is Josh. We already said established that personhood being Josh in her part 1 video. This could easily be Jim Bob. This could easily, which is dad, Josh's dad. But
make fun of his name,
yeah, I know it's like James Richard or whatever, but they said Jim Bob. But this can also be somebody who's like if this is a female sibling, then this is a male sibling, but the female sibling is the one who's been wronged. This is the one who's been hurt. The female person in the family system is the one who's been victimized. The male person, I think, is coming out in terms of like a support, trying to push this, trying to get this out into the light, to get the limitations, kind of the gag feel of it opened up, because we've got it right over the exposing. So it does seem like both male and female siblings alike potentially could be coming forward here, and like you said, turning state's evidence or flipping or anything like that kind of gets us out. We do see incarceration, so whenever I thought down here like, oh, is this a plea deal? It could be even like a deal that gets him less time or less charges.
Because it's interesting, I see my usual incarceration card, but I haven't yet seen the justice card, which would give me the confirmation. So truth be told, when I see this could have been when he got brought in the first time before he bailed out.
Yeah.
So that's even a possibility.
Yeah, because I was wondering, because before we even put this spread out, I said, will justice be served? And I was sitting there, I used the term intentionally, because I was like, let that justice card pop herself on out.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. So, interesting. There could be a number of reasons why we wouldn't have seen that one yet, but it's very interesting.
Well, I guess let's see, just get like maybe 1 or 2 cards on that, we'll call it.
Okay.
I don't really like that. That doesn't feel great, honestly, if I'm being honest. Oh. I mean, change and reform is good, but...
Yeah.
Well, okay. If those are the end caps, 2 cards of victory, but the 3 cards in the middle, this is not some easy one thing.
Yeah. To me, this feels like it's just one of those bittersweet things of, this is everything that happened, and the court of public opinion thinks this, that, and the other. This is what we're able to do, and legally. Some people will say, like, well, I'm glad that at least now this has come to light, and this has happened, and this has happened, but it's kind of a case where it's like, but are there really any winners, though?
Yeah, because that's what you're seeing. You're seeing people that have been seriously hurt and in need of major healing, people who have basically been grappled by the beast, and they still will still have problems going forward. The straight up PTSD. They've been harmed by this. Their voices have been shut out. Even if they're getting stronger now, it's still still feels like injury happening here. And it's like, so yeah, I do feel like changes in reform and awareness and all of these things are going to be coming here. And it's like, yeah, ultimately it's like there's a win, but we have to think about the collateral. The collateral here, it's a high cost to catch this win. So it's like, yes, it's good for the world to progress and to have this kind of growth and awareness of the dirty and what we need to do better with our kids and all this other kind of stuff. But the collateral damage, that's what you feel. So it's like victory, but at that cost. Steep. So that's where we have it. That's where we have it today. We out of time, y'all. We out of time.
Out of time. I don't know how you usually even end your videos. This is just a heavy one.
Guess what? I don't have an ending. We ain't got a way we end stuff around here because it's ridiculous. So basically, thank y'all for watching. Everybody better have checked out part 1. Thank y'all for watching part 2. We're going to continue to do videos like this from time to time where we touch base on hot button issues, whether it be true crime, ghost story, tarot, whatever kind of thing we feel like fucking around in and putting a little kicking our feet around and getting all dusty dirty. But for now, thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for being with us, and we'll just catch y'all in the next one whenever it happens.
Yep.
That's it.
Whew. Now we're going to pray and breathe things off and, put around Palo Santo or something like that and try to get this crap off of us because fuck this case.
For real.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Is this hand? No.
You can
see this hand. Where's your mouse?
Right there.
I found the Vita.